Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for the delay. It was a very urgent matter that I had to attend to. No, we're not late. We're not late. Or at least if we are the type that is fashionable. So I had a very important matter to attend to. I had to make this tea. Um, that's actually why I'm late. I was right over there. The kitchen is literally right all over there in front of me. And I was like, I'm not about to sit down while the tea is heating up and then get up during the stream, pick up the tea, and then come back to my seat. That's just ridiculous. That's too much. That's too extra. And y'all know we're not about extra over here. We're very basic. We're very straightforward. We don't do any extra. We're not into extra. Um, Thank you for the early comment. Sh5 in 15. Good morning, Roy Nell. It is definitely evening here, but good morning, afternoon, or evening to your respective areas. Hello, Bullet Magnet and Ari, Cantor, welcome. Indica, welcome. Miscellaneous, welcome. JC, tea blindness is destroying our communities. I think our communities would be a lot better if people just stopped and drank more tea from time to time. I think that would be awesome. So let's see what happens when I copy this image. I really want this to work. It's not a PowerPoint, it's a document, but it has pictures on it. But I don't think this will work in the way that I want it to. I don't think this will work. But while we wait for that, we're going to be sipping on lemon ginger today, and it says to steep it for 4 minutes. I don't know what steeping is, but I'm going to leave the bag in there for 4 minutes. I would have done the same thing. Thank you. Finally made alive. Thank you. Welcome, Train Pack, to Smoking on Train Pack or something. I don't know what they say. Thank you for welcoming me, Panda, Panda, Pickle Rick, Didgeridoo, Teddy Bear, and the second Panda. These are going to be set up better at some point. They're just not right now. We're waiting on Munier, but he's not responding. So go and bug Themis about it. Make sure to bug Themis about it. Tell Themis I need a setup. We know he has money. He has not disclosed it, but we know based on his background, and we know who doesn't. Not saying me, but we know who doesn't also based on their background. So I feel like there should be some redistribution, something, I don't know, whatever left-leaning people say, eat the rich or something. So let's eat them in a non-homoerotic way. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about International Men's Day because this November 19th, I was very shocked that there were no men talking about International Men's Day, because that's all men talk about on International Women's Day. All they talk about on International Women's Day is International Men's Day. So I was very confused. I was very confused back then. International Women's Day is in March, right? Let me Google the exact day. I believe it's March 9th. Let me check. International Women's Day is March 8th. Okay. So March 8th this year, I actually made a video. I didn't release it because that's not what I do. But I made a video on March 9th, the day after International Women's Day, because I saw a lot of men talking on International Women's Day. But I didn't release the video because I thought I was being mean. I thought it was very rude of me to be so dismissive of all the men who were saying, why isn't there a day for men? Why does no one care about the day for men? I thought I was being dismissive. So what I decided to do, instead of putting the video out then, I decided I would wait until International Men's Day to see if they were going to celebrate or if they just wanted to whine on International Women's Day. It is slightly elongated. Here's what happened. I went to the barber. The barber, instead of just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about barbers. Maybe things have changed. Y'all know I don't get my hair cut at all, ever. for any reason, ever, at all. So maybe things have changed since I was a child and my mom forced me to be bald all of my life. But the haircut man, no matter where I goes, decides that my hairline needs to be all the way in the middle of my scalp. And then he sprays it back on with black stuff that I had to wash out this morning, but I don't think I washed all of it out. So that's what happened. I have no idea what's going on with barbers in 2023. I don't know if this is recent. I have no idea what's going on. But this man cut off my hairline and sprayed it back on. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. Here's what I believe. Here's my conspiracy. We don't have good barbers anymore. You don't have to be good because you can just spray a hairline on. I believe back in the day when people didn't have razors and they had to use a little hand shaving tool, razor, whatever, they had to actually line up your hairline and have skill and have a straight hand. My barber got arthritis or whatever he has where he's shaking his hands all over. Anyway, not the point. But he decided that my hairline needs to be in the middle of my scalp and not on my face. And that's what he did. And then he sprayed it back on. And this is what happened. I don't do spray on hairlines. That's dumb. I feel like you should just embrace whatever you're going through and stop. Just stop. Stop plastic surgery 2023. I'm on the anti-BBL side. So anyway, that's the side I'm on. Before I could even say anything, here's what okay, let's start here. I thought the haircut was over. This is why I thought the haircut was over. Because this man cuts my hair all around. I don't know if he took something off the top. I really don't know. I haven't gotten a haircut in a while. He does all of the haircut stuff. Then he comes behind with the razor, does my hairline. He decided to shave off my facial hair. So thank you. I didn't ask for that, but it's fine. What happens is people take things into their own hand. I don't know what it is about. Why not ask, hey, would you like me to shave your? No, he just went straight in and started, okay, well, half of my facial hair is gone. Just go ahead and finish. Just go ahead and finish it. It'll grow back. So that's basically what happened. Anyway, he does all of that. We're done. He comes in and puts some weird aloe vera or something on my face, right? I think the tea is steeped. We're 7 minutes in. Hold up. Lemon ginger. Tastes like ass. So he does everything that he needs to do in my mind as a barber. Then he puts aloe vera or something on my face and it's still shiny. Anywho, this part is really shiny, but it's also really, y'all can't feel it through the screen. Here, try. Okay, now that you felt it, it's like Vaseline. I don't know if y'all put aloe vera on your face or not, but that's what it was like. Some aloe vera or something mixed with a little alcohol for the sterilizing. Now that he just cut my face. After that, he lays, okay, this is new also. My barber said, lean back for me. I didn't know why he said that. The only reason, anyway, not the point. He said lean back, so I leaned back. And at that point, my chair went from a 90-degree angle to a 180-degree angle. Actually, it was maybe like 165 degrees. And I thought I was gonna fall, so I jumped up and grabbed him. Anyway, that's not the point. So the barber chair now leans all the way back. And apparently, I don't know, I'm about to get a massage or something. I had no idea what was going on. But no, I was not there to get a massage. He went and got a hot towel. He put it on my face. I guess he don't care about a sensitive skin or anything like that. I'm gonna just burn your face with this towel that I just got from this hot sink. And he put it on my face. And after the scalding and 3rd-degree burn stopped, right, it was actually quite calming and it was actually quite nice. So I'm like, okay, the haircut's over. Apparently they do a free hot towel with it. Cool, awesome. He takes the hot towel off and he goes back to cutting my hair. I'm confused. I didn't say anything at this point because I was too confused to say anything. I'm very outspoken in real life. My friends say I'm too outspoken and they're embarrassed to be with me because I talk too much. So I'm not afraid to speak up for myself. That's not what it was. I was confused. I was dumbfounded to the point where I couldn't say anything because I was like, wait, what's going on? Hold up, what's happening? Anywho, so he's now doing my hairline again, and I'm confused because didn't you already do my hairline and then do the facial rub and the alcohol and the hot towel? So why are we doing the hairline again? After he's done doing that, he starts spraying. Let's pause and go back to when he shaved off my mustache. Y'all remember I told y'all that 5 minutes and 25 seconds ago? He didn't ask for a consent. He didn't consider me a human with bodily autonomy. I felt violated. My mustache and beard were gone before I could say anything. That's exactly what he started doing with my hairline. And next thing I know, he is spraying a hairline on. Sir, why are you spraying my hairline all the way down here? That's not even where my hairline was before you cut it away. That's not even where it was. At least spray it back to where it was. Hold up. At least go back to the so you took it upon yourself to improve upon God's design. You think God didn't do it right, so you need to put it where it belongs. Sir, I am okay with my big forehead. I was okay with it before you decided my hairline needed to be in the middle of my scalp, and I'll be okay with it when it grows back. There's no need for you to put it all the way down here by my eyebrows, sir. But he sprayed it on. Then he gave, where's his business card? We need to know, this man had the audacity. There's a certain level of audacity for you to give me a business card. You're proud. You are proud. Hey man, I know you're gonna want to come back for more. So that's what you were feeling in that moment. That's not what I was feeling, but that's what he was feeling in that moment. Here's my business card. Y'all know what would have really messed me up? This happened one time when I had my hair braided. Somebody braided my hair and made it look like antennas, and it was just sticking out all crazy like Coolio or somebody. Really quickly, let me pull up a picture of Coolio because I think that's very important. I think it's very important y'all understand what my hair looked like. Because I don't think y'all know Coolio. I really don't think y'all know Coolio. I don't think y'all know or understand who Coolio is. So let's look at Coolio and understand who he is. So after this woman, now to be fair, I was living in a very country place and people who did black hair were extremely limited, even black women. So I'm not going to fault this black woman for what she did to me. But the way she braided my hair was interesting, and this is the picture my friend sent me after. So apparently my friend found some similarity or something funny. Anywho, after she did that, and y'all know how they do. Here's the mirror. How do you like it? I'm just looking at it, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, this is a black woman who just did my hair. It looks great. Thank you. This is what made me take that back. This is what made me say I was just being kind. She take out her phone and start taking pictures. I said, what's that for? She said, oh, I have an Instagram page where I do hair. And so I want to do the before is in the after. And I want to put you on there so people get an idea of what I do. Look, I'm trying to save you, ma'am. It's not even about me being embarrassed for you to put those photos out there. I'm trying to save you. Don't put them out there. I was just being polite. I don't like this. I'm going to pay you, but I don't like this. This is not it. I think you should practice. To be fair, she said she had never done that hairstyle before. But anywho, back to the original story. My barber decided to give me a card when I walk out, like he just ate it. Like he just ate it. They gonna love this one. Okay, all right. That is some damn audacity. That is some damn audacity. What was the question? Oh, the question was, does my forehead look slightly elongated? Yeah, that's why. Sorry, that took 14 minutes. This live stream is supposed to be under an hour or an hour and a half now because we are going on. You walked into the mess. Hello, Mara. Welcome. You also walked into the mess. Arthritis. Yep. Kid and play. I've heard that before. Welcome, Brat's doll. Okay, I'm going to ignore the comments saying I look good because black male worship is alive and well. And I can see it in these comments. After I just showed y'all that picture of Coolio, ain't no way. But I did show y'all a picture of, who was it? Flavor Flav? No, it was Wesley Snipes. And y'all were like, yes, that's my man. I was like, all right, it's alive and well. It's alive and well. So here's what we're going to do. we're going to get into our memes because we don't have a lot of time before we get into this video. It's a short video anyway. There's not a lot going on. We're just saying I told you so. That's all we're doing. We're just saying I told you so. So let's get into these memes real quick.
Every time I see a homeless person, they got a dog. Y'all investing in the wrong roof. Every time I see a homeless person, they got a dog. Y'all investing in the wrong roof.
It's her laugh that got me, y'all. It's her laugh that got me. It's her laugh that got me. Let's go back to the barber because that made me upset. I can't get into the memes just yet. Tell me why this barber story reminded me of something I was just talking to my friend about today. Let me see if I can find this TikTok because it actually upset me. I was talking to her today about this. Just today. Don't follow me on TikTok. It's completely unrelated to anything I do here. And don't look at my shorts or my Instagram. That is not why y'all are here. Y'all are here for politics or whatever we do. Commentary and reactions. All right, let me see. Because this was really important, y'all. I wish I could find it. There was a woman and she was responding to, it was a tweet, and the tweet was like, men should ask women for permission in the club before dancing on someone. And the men had something to say about that. They didn't like that at all. So since it's International Men's Day, let's talk about the men's, because it's important to talk about men's issues on International Men's Day. If we can find it. While we're looking for that, Shira7 has something to say to us. Let's see what she has to say.
He says, I will give you the money. Don't say okay like an idiot. Say, okay, oh my God, thank you so much. We can go to the ATM right after because it's a really bad situation. I really need this done. Thank you so much. You're my hero. So now he can't get out of it.
That is funny.
Don't say okay like an idiot. Say, okay, oh my God, thank you so much. We can go to the ATM right after because it's a really bad situation. I really need this done. Thank you so much. You're my hero. So now he can't get out of it. As soon as he says he'll give you the money, don't say okay like an idiot. Say thank you so much. We can go to the ATM right after because this is such a bad. Y'all, Shira and I have a love-hate relationship. Because this is absolutely toxic. This is absolutely manipulative. I love it. She ain't doing nothing that the manosphere hasn't done 10 times worse. They said she's great at giving advice. They said put a time frame on it. Time is money. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? Thank you so much. You always save me. Oh my goodness. I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it. I saw these and I was like, oh my goodness. What else do you have for us, Shira?
How do you not get depressed when you think about how much we have to manipulate and keep our emotions from these men because they're such horrible people to women? I don't see them as horrible. I don't see men as horrible. I see men, let me tell y'all, if y'all stop seeing men as horrible and start taking more control of your own emotions, you'll just see them as providers. You'll have to stop looking at them as they're not the answer to your question. Okay. They're not your soulmate. They're not the answer to your question. They're not gonna be everything you ever wanted. That's fantasy. But what they can do is pay them bills. Okay. Because if they could be all those things, if they could be your fantasy, if they could be your soulmate, if they were perfect and all that other stuff, we wouldn't be here talking about this right now. Okay? Because they're not that. Just like we're not their, depiction of what they have in their mind as a fantasy woman. We're not that. Their fantasy woman will love them whether they're broke or rich. Their fantasy woman will cook up a 5-course meal every single night and give them sex whenever they want and walk around the house in little heels and barely anything on. And the house is probably, that they can't even afford. And then ask her to pay the rent or half the rent and she happily, gives it to them. That's their dream woman. And she look good. Okay. But that's not what they're ever going to find. So the equivalent of a man saying that that's what they want out of a woman. It's the equivalent of a woman saying, I want a man who understands my emotion, who loves me for me, who treats me like this. And da, 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 da. You listing off a long list of some fictional fantasy. How do you not get depressed when you think about how much we have to manipulate and keep our emotions from these men because they such horrible people to women? I don't see them as horrible.
Oops, we were on a loop. I have nothing to add. Y'all can listen to Shira, and I have nothing to add. They said, Shira, don't ever stop giving advice. Somebody said, this is actually sad to me. I know she's right, but it's still sad. Somebody said they don't have the patience to pretend. One of her realest takes. So I won't add anything to it. Y'all can decide whether or not it's a real take or not. Oh, we have our friend here again.
Literally. The Bible says we were born out of the ground like the animals. That's why a man can say, I love you, and have sex with multiple women.
Why would I listen to a group of men who quote a book given to you by a man who had you bent over? Why would I listen to that same group of men who call that man who bent them over daddy? Oh, I'm sorry, father. Why would I listen to a group of men who used to have to be forced in this position, but now willingly open their mouth every first Sunday of the month to ingest a dry, unmoisturized cracker to represent the men who used to buck break them? I swear some of y'all haven't had an original thought since you met white men. You even want black women to perform femininity in the way that would give a white man a wet dream. Be fit, feminine, and friendly. That's what white men want from their women. Oh, we have to preserve the black family. You mean the nuclear family? Mom and dad, 2.5 kids in a collie in the suburbs? Yeah, that's the nuclear family. Again, an upper middle class white man's wet dream. Be fucking for real.
Literally, the Bible.
Oh, we don't get demonetized. She has the frying pan hot and ready. Yeah, this was not supposed to be a drag today. Y'all probably know this man. His face probably looks familiar to y'all since we've already covered him. Famous has already covered him. The internet is going crazy on this man right now. So I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's finding therapy, not just for this, but for other reasons as well, of course. I hope he's doing okay, because if I got on the internet and this was in my For You page with my face on it like that, oof, oof. They are dragging Christians, y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all better stay safe. I hope y'all have comebacks ready for when they come for you eating those dry crackers at communion. I hope y'all have comebacks ready, because she said that cracker is dry and has no moisture in it, and y'all are eating it as the body of Christ. So I hope y'all are okay. If you're going to use the Bible, at least be consistent. That same Bible that he talks about frowns against adultery. Pick a struggle. Well, I don't think he read it. That's the thing. I don't think they read. I think they say that the Bible says this, but they don't actually read it. Have y'all ever heard of critical race theory? Have y'all ever heard of that? Have ever heard of her? Does she sound familiar? Y'all, why these people? I watched a Congress meeting about critical race theory and ain't nobody read it at all. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. These people are making laws. They hadn't even read it. Not even read it, just like the curriculum. What is it about? But they swear it's about white people need to bow down and kiss black people's feet or something. So I've learned that true mystique. People say that they read stuff and they actually don't. They just citing their thoughts and prayers. But unfortunately, I can't find what I want to find to show you guys. So we're just gonna have to get into the serious part of the video. So let's get into the serious part of the video. And I'm still looking for it too. I'm still looking for it, because it was something that made me upset, and I need to show it to y'all, but I can't find it. I can't find it. And it was so important. Anywho, so first let me put this question in the chat. because I do think this is important. Um, let's put this in the chat. The question is, did you celebrate International Men's Day? International Men's Day was not this Sunday, excuse me, was last Sunday on the 19th. Did anyone celebrate International Men's Day? Going once? Maybe you could search up the words of the title. Yeah, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Since we're on the topic of men today,
Be with a tip on it. I don't think it's recommended.
Welcome to another episode of Roe v. Bros, the game show where we find out how much men know about women's bodies. Can you pee with a tampon in?
I think you got to take it out. I've seen the little tampon trash cans in the bathrooms, so probably why.
Why are there different types of tampons?
Different sizes of vaginal cavities.
About how many tampons would one use for their period on average?
1 or 2? I think 1, to be honest. 1. And they put them inside. Ugh.
Yes. But what is a period?
What is a period? It's the time of the month where the woman is ovulating.
Can you pee with a tampon in?
No.
Okay, no. All right. Are you registered to vote?
Yes.
Are you registered to vote?
Yes.
Are you registered to vote?
Yes.
Don't let man brains outvote women in the upcoming election. Vote November 8th.
oops, we were late. I was supposed to show this to y'all a while ago. Oops. Well, voting day is over. There might still be polls open. I don't know where you guys live. But voting day is over. But yeah, I think that's important since we were on the topic of Men's Day. I think it's important to know men. So let's know men. Let's know men today. What did the comments say? That's a really good point, actually. It would be good to make a vote on something. If to make a vote on something, you need to pass an aptitude test to see if you know anything about it. Uh-oh, y'all don't want people to vote. These are great questions. I wouldn't know how many tampons per period, but one, bro, also, the fact that the period is the only time of the month where you can be 100%. I'm gonna sob. I'm gonna cry too. I feels like most are simple logic, even if you don't know for sure. Like math will give you an estimate on number of tampons based on toxic shock time. You think these men know what a toxic shock is? Y'all have high expectations. That's what I learned. I feel like my expectations are in the ground. In the ground. I'll read one more. I had my cycle last a little over a year. Oh, heavy flow every day. Had to get 2 transfusions. Male gyno said he could not find anything wrong. Oh. I was reading a comment. It was a gay man in the comments, and he was like, how come I know this stuff and I don't even deal with women? The straight men should know this stuff. And one of the girls replied to him, and they said, it's because you care. Like, just a little bit, not even like care, just like have basic knowledge. This is the last thing I'll show you guys. This is what I was looking for earlier when we were talking about my barber and a lack of consent.
For context, the conversation was about men asking for consent to dance. In response to that, Brandon asks, what if you ask for consent every time and still get rejected? I'm just not supposed to have a good time, huh? Yeah, what if? What the fuck if? Someone then questions him about what his alternative would be, forcing the person to dance. And read this. Brandon said, he never said that. That doesn't matter because you've done worse. You put your hands on a child. What if you ask for consent every single time? You actually don't. People who struggle with asking for consent and being rejected in situations that are seemingly insignificant pose a much bigger threat to people's safety that you could ever imagine. What you're seeing in that social situation is only the tip of the iceberg. Look at our friend Brandon. Beautiful example. For context, the conversation was about men asking for consent to dance. In response to that, Brandon asks, what if you ask for consent every time and still get rejected? I'm just not supposed to have a good time, huh? Yeah, what if? What the fuck if? Someone then questions him about what his alternative would be, forcing the person to dance. And read this. Brandon said, he never said that. That doesn't matter because you've done worse. You put your hands on a child. What if you ask for consent every single time? You actually don't. People who struggle with asking for consent and being rejected in situations that are seemingly insignificant pose a much bigger threat to people's safety that you could ever imagine. What you're seeing in that social situation is only the tip of the iceberg. Look at our friend Brandon. Beautiful example. For
Welcome, Themis. Great timing. So I watched this video for the first time yesterday, I think, and I talked with my friend earlier today because my barber don't know what consent is. But this is a much more serious topic, right? Because when I was watching it, oh, the first comment said the way my jaw dropped. Yeah, my jaw dropped literally because she brought up his she brought up his she brought up his public information. She did put a reminder that that is public information that she put on the screen. So she brought that up, and I thought that was interesting considering his comments, right? He starts off with, again, the conversation is, I guess, should men have to ask for consent before dancing on someone in the club? In my mind, when he said, what if you ask for consent every time and still get rejected? Am I just not supposed to have a good time? Does sound very familiar to me. And my mind immediately went to SA, of course, and R. So, but without even going to there, it just feels like, I don't know, maybe this is more of an extreme opinion than I originally thought, but I don't think the idea of asking someone for consent to like put your hands on them intentionally, right? Since people bump into each other on the street or whatever, but to intentionally like put your hands on someone and be bumping and grinding on someone, or even just being in someone's personal space, I feel like it's fine to ask someone for consent about that. But yes, I absolutely do agree with her that whenever someone is online posting about something like, why should I have to ask women for consent to dance with them? I definitely agree that it's just the tip of the iceberg. He also said he never said he would force someone to dance with him, but that is definitely what he was saying. He just used different words. My friend also said something much better than I could put it, but I don't remember. She was talking about the fact that he doesn't look at women as humans, autonomous humans. Otherwise, that wouldn't have been a thought that crossed his mind in the first place. But I won't say more because I don't want to butcher her thoughts. Now we can actually get into the video topic. So let's take a look at this poll. 90% of you, 91% of you did not celebrate International Men's Day. I'm very disappointed. Oh, it's just something that my friend got me for International Men's Day. I'm kidding. But my friend did get it for me. So please stop admiring my my mug. I'm very self-conscious about it. So I was disappointed to find out that people weren't celebrating International Men's Day. So I revisited some stuff I was writing in March around International Women's Day because I thought it was relevant. I noticed that no one celebrated, and I was waiting not just a day of, but like a day or two after for anybody to celebrate, just anybody at all. I was looking up videos on YouTube Nothing. There were like 1 or 2 videos on YouTube, the entirety of YouTube, like 1 or 2 videos. And then a 3rd video from Bourbon Bougie that we're going to watch. But this brought me back to something I was writing about International Men's Day. And it had to do with International Women's Day just having passing March 8th earlier this year. And I started documenting stuff because I was doing something that I do literally every day, which is browsing the internet for way too long. And while I was browsing, I saw a lot of women celebrating, right? Because it's International Women's Day, but also, as is tradition for every female-centric holiday, I also saw a lot of men who were saying stuff in the comments like, why isn't there an International Men's Day? Why don't men have a day? How come we never hear about a day for men? Now, at first, I was ready to dismiss these comments. I was ready to say, these are just a bunch of angry men. They're just misogynistic men. They're just mad because women have a holiday. But then I thought to myself, why isn't there a day for men to celebrate? That's what I thought to myself. Not really, but I was thinking it anyway. So I wanted to answer that question on March 8th, 2023, International Women's Day. And the first thing I did was cleared up a misconception. The misconception being that there isn't a day for men. The first result when you Google, let me Google it now. I can just put it on screen. I know y'all are visual learners, and I'm benevolent. So the first thing that pops up when you Google, why is there no International Men's Day, is International Men's Day. Let's see what we have here. The Wikipedia page for International Men's Day. International Men's Day objectives are given as promoting positive male role models, not just movie stars and sportsmen, but everyday working class men who are living decent, honest lives. I don't happen to have any to promote today, but when I find them, I'll let you know. To celebrate men's positive contributions to society, community, family, marriage, childcare, and the environment. Someone's calling my hoe phone. I have 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the other stuff. So that's what International Men's Day is all about. Eyebrows explain. That's all the explanation you guys need. There need to be some marketing ploy for people to even care about International Women's. Who is calling at this late hour? That's what I'm wondering. At these grown people hours. At these grown people hours. Anywho, so that's literally the first thing that I saw when I Googled, why is there no International Men's Day? So I was confused because all of the men who on International Women's Day go into the comment section where women are celebrating and start talking about how terrible it is that there's no International Men's Day. Why is there no International Men's Day? If there was an International Men's Day, people would rip their hair out. It feels like with just a quick Google, you could see what I just saw, and you could see that there is an International Men's Day annually that people are able to celebrate. That's what I learned. So thank you all for coming. There you have it. International Men's Day already exists. The video's over. Good night. Okay, actually the video's not over yet, right? If there is an International Men's Day, let's take it to the next step. If there is an International Men's Day, how come a lot of the men seem to have never heard of it at all, even though it's easily available at the front page of Google? Why? Why are they using Bing? Let me pull up Bing real quick. Let me pull up Bing. Let me pull up DuckDuckGo. Let me pull up Yahoo. So I can make sure. I need to make sure. Nope. When you search why is there no International Men's Day on Bing, right there at the top. International Men's Day, Global Awareness Day for many issues that men face. Right there at the top. Right there at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 articles for it, all down the page. Articles and Wikipedia and information and how do we celebrate, why do we celebrate, etc., all down the page. So why have no men specifically ever heard of this day, even though they're in the women's comment section talking about it all the time? Not just that they're in the comment section, but every single year when International Women's Day is celebrated, men are in the comments saying, what about Men's Day? Every single comment section of every newspaper that I found, I compiled a list together. All the websites I was looking at for International Women's Day that had comment section, all of the videos on YouTube that had comment section, the men were in the comment section on International Women's Day, just confused, unaware that a day for men even exists. So my next thing is, okay, it exists. How come we never hear about it? Right? I think it's understandable. In my mind, it's understandable if you've never heard of it, because it's not as widely publicized as International Women's Day, for example. And International Women's Day isn't publicized a lot in the first place, I don't think. So there's that. But International Men's Day is not as publicized. My theory, this is one possible reason, right, is that men have historically been seen as the dominant gender, okay, have not faced the same level of discrimination and inequality as women. Therefore, there hasn't been as much of a need for a day dedicated to men's rights, right? While women historically have been more marginalized and have been more oppressed than men, as a result, maybe we have seen a greater need for a day dedicated to women's rights and gender equality, right? Therefore, this is just my theory, by the way, International Women's Day just has been more widely publicized because there's more of a need for it. See White History Month, see White Lives Matter, see any of those other things, right? Where there are just some people who ain't got no problems going on and they decide we need somebody to fight for us. We need somebody to fight for straight white men. When is somebody in America going to care about straight white men, right? I don't know why these things pop up, but they pop up. What was it? Straight pride. Why is there no straight pride? Why is there no White History Month? Why is there no day for white people? I have no idea why these people tend to pop up annually. I do have an idea, and we can talk about it, but we're not going to get into white people or straight people and other groups of people who feel like they need pride. We're going to get into Men's Day. So my next question is, okay, we don't hear about it, but why don't men specifically celebrate it, right? I can understand women feeling like, okay, the idea of a day for men is a little weird to celebrate. I can understand that from women. Don't care. Y'all will not see me out here at a White Lives Matter rally. They can go and support and celebrate what they want to. I don't care. Free country. Y'all won't catch me there. So I completely understand when women say, I'm not going to celebrate International Men's Day as a woman. I get it. But what about men? What about men, right? So when it comes to men, first, I wanted to talk about trends. I wanted to talk about trends because I think this is very important. So let's go to Google Trends real quick. Let me see if I can pull this up. Google Trends is just a useful tool that you can use to do some cool stuff. Okay, so I wanted to look into trends because I was looking into, okay, how come no one's talking about International Men's Day? How come no one is celebrating International Men's Day? And what I wanted to see was, how do people generally talk about and celebrate holidays, just in general? So I have like a baseline to compare things to. So when it comes to holidays, what I found was, in my personal research, right, there's always that. This is my anecdote. Although this anecdote is definitely going into very real and factual data. So y'all better not take it with a grain of salt. It better be a tiny pinch, teeny tiny pinch, because we are literally just looking at data. When it comes to holidays, most of them follow a similar pattern according to my research. Holidays are generally not thought about a lot throughout the year, right? For example, on the screen now, I'll put, this is a trending chart for Christmas. I just typed in Christmas to see how much interest is there over time. This is in the United States. I'm just doing the US, don't care about islands, Albania, Algeria. Don't know them, never heard of them. I just care about the US right now, since that's where I live and that's where I see people talking. When it comes to Christmas, this chart doesn't make a lot of sense. So let's make it the past 30 days. And what you'll see is over the past 30 days, from October 28th to today, November 28th, the interest is slowly increasing every single day. Well, not every single day, but generally over the weeks, it's increasing. Why? Because it's October. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. People are looking for Christmas dinner recipes, Christmas present ideas, Christmas gift ideas, Christmas get-together ideas, Christmas games and such. People are now planning for their holiday, where to go for Christmas, what country to fly to. People like to travel. Should I get together with my family? Should I bring up politics at Christmas dinner? People are searching for Christmas over and over and over again in different ways, and that's why the interest is going up over time the closer we get to Christmas. Now, if I look at the past 12 months, what we'll see, excuse me, let's not do 12 months, let's do 5 years. What we'll see is it follows this trend every single year. So we can see in January, nobody cares about a Christmas, ain't nothing going on in February, March, April, May, June, July, nothing. In September, now that Christmas is right around the corner, people start searching for their Christmas stuff. That happened in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, right? If we go to, I think this is the past 20 years, same thing. So this is very consistent. That's the only reason I'm showing you a 20-year chart, is to show that for Christmas, this is very consistent. People always search for Christmas stuff around Christmas time. It peaks right on Christmas Day, or I think Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day it starts falling, and then it goes back to flat until around Christmas time next year. That is how holidays work. I'll quickly put in something like Thanksgiving. Let's do that. It's giving thanks. That's my favorite meme from this Thanksgiving, is giving thanks. We've had It's Giving for so long, and this is the first Thanksgiving where I've seen It's Giving thanks. We have to do better, meme team. But yeah, for November, pretty much the same thing. We can just go to 5 year. We don't have to go to 20. But yep, same thing. Throughout the year, nothing. Nobody cares about a Thanksgiving at all. Oh, it's September, it's October. Now I start looking for Thanksgiving dinner recipes, Thanksgiving get together, how to set the table for Thanksgiving, how to stuff the Thanksgiving turkey. And it always peaks on Thanksgiving Day, and then it'll drop back down to nothing. Because why am I looking up Thanksgiving turkey recipes and Christmas? Thanksgiving is next year. And we can do one more. Let's do Easter. Okay, Easter, same thing. Nobody cares about Easter. It peaks on Easter, goes back down. Nobody's care. Peaks next Easter, goes back down. Are we all good with the chart now? Do we have the chart down? Do we need to do one more? I think we have the chart down. I believe in y'all. So this is the same for Thanksgiving. It's the same for Easter. It's the same for Christmas. And for the final one, we'll put in International Women's Day. International Women's Day is the same thing. Now, what you'll notice is not a lot of people care about International Women's Day compared to holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and such like that. So in the first place, the critique that everybody cares about International Women's Day and nobody cares about International Men's Day doesn't make sense, because it's not even trending for women like that. Y'all remember when Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were running against each other, and we were like, okay, do you want to vote for the pile of garbage, or do you want to vote for the smoking, the dumpster fire? Which one do you want to vote for? The pile of poo or the dumpster fire. And y'all was legitimately fighting over that. Don't make no sense. So it doesn't make sense in the first place, in my mind, for men to be fighting over nothing. Absolutely nothing. Y'all fighting over the 5 people who search for these days a year. And I'm the 6th for this video. Anywho, yep, International Women's Day looks like it peaks in March on International Women's Day. Nobody cares about it for the rest of the year, and it does the same thing every single year. Awesome. Now let's look at International Men's Day. I'm sure you guys know where this is going because it's already been said before, but I'm going to say it again. So International Men's Day is quite different. As you guys look at the chart, let's see when it tends to trend. Let's look at the last 12 months. It looks like this year it trended very heavily around International Women's Day. That's very strange. Now, there is some activity currently because International Men's Day just passed, but it's nothing in comparison to International Women's Day. Quite strange. Let's look at the past 5 years. Maybe that's just like a blip. Okay, let's see 2019. It seems to peak on International Women's Day. That's strange. Why is International Men's Day peaking on International Women's Day? Quite strange indeed. Let's investigate a little further. What happens on International Men's Day that year? Nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a little blip. Okay, there's a little blip, but not as big as International Women's Day. Quite interesting. Now, let's go to the next year. Let's go to 2020. It is peaking again on International Women's Day. Let me go back to Christmas real quick. I need to see something. Maybe I missed something. Okay, we were on International Women's Day. So International Women's Day peaks on International Women's Day. I don't see it peaking on International Men's Day. I barely see any activity at all on International Men's Day. That's weird. Let's see Easter. Easter peaks on Easter. It doesn't peak on any other day of the year. Quite strange. Let's go back to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving peaks on Thanksgiving. Doesn't seem to peak on any other holiday during the year. That's quite strange. Let's go to Christmas to top it off. Christmas peaks on Christmas, no other day of the year. This is quite strange. I'm seeing a discrepancy here, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Let's go back to International Men's Day, because I see a trend here. I see that it peaks on International Women's Day every year, and then a little blip on International Men's Day, where it seems like not as many people are searching. There are some specific points where it does peak on International Men's Day, but what I noticed was on YouTube, there was a very popular grift going on. I think it was either 2021 or 2022. I can't remember which at the moment because I don't have it in front of me. But a lot of YouTubers were basically crying, and they were like, why does no one care about men? Somebody care about the men. Please, anybody, won't you? Men are the real oppressed ones, and women are on top of society. Now that's still going on today, so I'm interested to see how the charts will be this International Men's Day once that data is available to us. Probably next month, I guess the chart will be finished for November. But that was very, very popular at the time that it actually peaked on International Men's Day. But generally, it peaks on International Women's Day. And even if it did peak on both days, this is the only, yes, thank you, brown skin, quite an anomaly. Intriguing. Okay, let's stop playing because we have a general idea, right? We have a general idea. So basically my question is, regardless of if it is peaking on International Men's Day or not for that year, why is it consistently peaking on International Women's Day? You don't see International Women's Day peaking on International Men's Day. You don't see any other holiday do this. Let me put an asterisk there because I actually plan to look into other female-centric holidays. Maybe there's a holiday celebrating female engineers or women in college or stuff like that. And what I'm planning to do is to look at those holidays probably after this video, or I will on this video if I have time, but I'm in a hurry. Because I want to see, is this just International Women's Day and Men's Day, or is it all any type of holiday or celebration annually that we have for women where men will come in the comments and start talking about their day instead? That's what I'm interested in seeing, but I don't have that data yet, so I won't bring that up again yet. But I was quite interested, and I did have the question that you all are having in the comments. Why is International Men's Day trending every year on International Women's Day? So here's my theory. Actually, I don't have to give the theory because Bourbon Bougie put it together perfectly. Do you guys remember Bourbon Bougie, good friend of the channel? So Bourbon Bougie, the reason that I know she put out an International Men's Day video is because at the time that I searched International Men's Day, there were only like 2 or 3 videos up, and her video was one of them. The other one was like from Netflix or something big, but it only had like 100 views, which is crazy for networks with like millions and millions of subscribers. That is crazy to me. Now I'm looking it up and stuff has more views, a little bit more views. Oh, no, this is stuff from years ago. So when I looked up this year, the stuff had like 100 views, 200 views, which is like very not normal for a holiday. But let's see if we can find my friend Bourbon Bougie, because she has something to say. She had something to say. Let's let her say it. So Bourbon Bougie had a video titled, "She saw Today is International Men's Day. Are you seeing any men make posts about it?" I wasn't, so I wanted to watch her video. It's 5 minutes long, but I do think we should watch it all. Be sure, of course, to go over after this. I'll put the video in the comments. Actually, I'll put it in the description of this video, or I'll comment it after this live stream ends. Be sure to go over and give her your like for her video, since she made it, and she deserves that from the algorithm once we're done here. So
it because a feminist woman made a post about it. So she was like, you should do a post about it. So I took to my social medias and I started scrolling. I started searching International Men's Day, and the silence is fairly deafening. Not a whole lot of people are posting about it here on TikTok. I searched YouTube and there are some posts, but these posts are not getting very many views, not a lot of views. And even when I went to Twitter, there are quite a few Twitter posts about it. But even some of the first ones that I saw on Twitter is not necessarily about men and supporting men. It's these men bringing up their grievances with women.
Oh, let me pause. I completely forgot. I looked up an International Men's Day video earlier this morning, and I finally found one that had a little bit of traction. I think it had 11,000 views. I went to the video, and the video starts off by saying women need men. Women wouldn't be anything without men. If we did, like, I thought it was a day to like be aware of. Let me look up International Men's Day real quick. Hold up. International Men's Day objectives: promote positive role models, everyday men who live decent, honest lives, celebrate men's positive contributions to society and community. Where's Bing? Let me find Bing. I want to see the rest. Celebrate men's positive contributions, to focus on men's mental health, men's health and well-being, social, emotional, physical, and spiritual, to highlight discrimination against men in areas of social services, social attitudes and expectations in law, to improve gender relations and promote gender equality, to create a safer, better world where people can be free to grow and to reach their full potential. Now, I don't know if the men who made videos about International Men's Day don't know what it is. Probably not, since they keep asking every year on International Women's Day. But I didn't see in here where it says we need to find the nearest woman and shit on her. I didn't see that part. I did not see that part. It might be in here. This is a long document. I haven't read all of it. It might be in there. I just didn't see it. Just say no to Bing. Just say no to Bing. Stop, y'all. We shouldn't let Google monopolize. Diversify. What's wrong with Bing? Anyway, back to the video. But I was just confused to find that. Men all in the comments, just all types of women ain't ish. Women wouldn't be anything without us. These females don't understand that men are superior. And if all men left the world for a day, the world would stop. But if all women left the world, we wouldn't even. I was reading all types of comments and I was like, what does this have to do with International Men's Day? Don't know. But they sure were saying it. Let's continue.
So like this person says, it's International Men's Day. I want all men to know that women and the world are hopelessly dependent on us and that the world would collapse without us. That's a fact. People should thank the stars we exist. We are vital. And then he shows his book, A World Without Men, an analysis of an all-female economy. So this is what he's showing on International Men's Day, not talking about different support groups or how we could support men in, discussing their feelings and all that kind of stuff. No, he's like, people should bow down to us. Then I saw this on Twitter, International Men's Day. I see you, we see you, you've got this, from Sky. And I don't know if Sky is a man or a woman. I assume that this is a woman. But the tagline, men's mental health should be acknowledged too. It's like, why can't they just acknowledge it? What is it that's stopping men from supporting men in having healthy and supportive groups and that kind of thing? What is stopping them? Because as this thing says, men have panic attacks, men have trauma, men cry, men feel emotional, men self-harm, all of this. This is all absolutely true. But where are men swooping in to create the support groups that help men go through these issues? It's like, I really haven't seen where men are stepping into that gap, into that vacuum to create something that is, it's in this graphic that they need to be acknowledged. They should be acknowledged. Who should be doing the acknowledging though? So on my YouTube page, on my community post, I asked, I said, so I found out today is International Men's Day. Do me a favor, scroll your social media timelines and see how many men are actually posting about this. Not too many people have chimed in to say that they are seeing men on their social media pages post about what a woman did say. Look at you doing more for International Men's Day than any men do. Years and years of Google data shows that the only time anyone searches International Men's Day is on International Women's Day. So they are only looking out for themselves on our day to piggyback off of us to say, what about men? But instead of worrying about men on their day, they're in our comments, they're in our social media sections. They're not doing things for themselves. But even if they do, they are they are acting like this guy in my post currently. His name is I Need to Fish. So someone said, I agree, men need a lot of help. And this man said, so then why are all the support systems focused around women? He's like, we do, as in we do post about ourselves. He's like, we do. We don't need memes and fake inspirational quotes to remind ourselves about being nice. So he's all up in, he's like making all these comments, like, men are out here, we're doing it. But when we search these things and search International Men's Day, we don't see it. But apparently it's because they don't need memes and fake inspirational quotes. The same woman also says, Father's Day was also made in response to Mother's Day, not out of a genuine desire to celebrate fathers. So you're actually proving my point here, bud. In the period after the Great Depression, the establishment of Father's Day was heavily endorsed by retail interests in response to the commercial success of Mother's Day. So these people, they know that, as that previous meme says, that men have trauma, men have panic attacks, that men have insecurities. They know all this, but who is creating the things that they need to have support for these people, to have healthy outlets, to teach healthy emotional responses, emotional intelligence, any emotions outside of jealousy, envy, and rage? Where are those programs? Where are the mentors? And why are they only searching for these things when it's a woman-focused day? You guys go ahead, join the conversation. Let me know, what are you seeing on your social media platforms? Are you seeing anything? Let me know if you're seeing anything healthy, supportive, all of that, because obviously everybody needs these days. Everybody's mental health should be acknowledged, absolutely. But who is doing the acknowledging? Who is doing the creation of these support systems? Join the conversation, like, comment,
Man, I was just talking on mute the whole time. Anywho, it was a woman who created Father's Day. Oh, it wasn't lost on me when Bourbon Bougie said
She saw it.
the only reason she heard about International Men's Day is because a feminist posted it. That's not lost on me. That is not lost on me. Now, what I'm trying to find currently is, and we can end with that because that's literally all I came here to do. All I came here to do was to see are men celebrating International Men's Day. Because when I was writing an outline and doing a video in March for International Women's Day, because of all the men talking about International Men's Day, and I was like, no, they just want to take away from women. They just want to drag women. They don't care about Men's Day. They just want to insert themselves into women's spaces. They just don't like seeing women happy. I was thinking all those thoughts, and I said to myself, Prince.petti, you're being too mean. You're being too mean. And what I wanted to see was not even if people are celebrating International Men's Day, not even to see if men generally were celebrating International Men's Day. I just wanted to see, are the men who made the videos on International Women's Day talking about how much women need men and how much we should celebrate men, and why is there no International Men's Day? Why can't we celebrate International Men's Day? All I wanted to see was, are those specific content creators, no one else, are they celebrating International Men's Day and uplifting men's mental health and making sure men have positive male role models to look at, who are living decent, honest lives, celebrating men's positive contributions to society? Wasn't there a man who, please correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, wasn't there a man who either invented a type of tampon or pads because his wife was going through such terrible pain and such through her cycle that he decided he wanted to invent something to help not just her but all women? Like, I'm not sitting up here to say that men have never contributed anything positive to society ever at all. I don't know if that's true, by the way. That's why I asked y'all to fact check me. Actually, I can just look at them now. What should I search? How do I search this? Man invented tampon for wife? Let me clear my search history after all of this. Dr. Earl Haas couldn't shake his, okay, let me see. Let me see if there's any validity to this, because I don't like saying stuff and not having, and just talking. I like there to be some validity. As a highly experienced medical physician and loving husband, Dr. Earl Haas couldn't shake the desire to develop a period product for his wife and other women. That's why he chose to put in the hours and come up with an effective design that actually absorbs period bloods. In his eyes, the available products were essentially rags, and women deserved a far more comfortable option. Long story short, Has had our backs. This is from Lilette. I have no idea what Lilette's is. It looks like a UK-based publication. I don't know what Lilette's is. So I don't know if we can treat that with any validity. I'll have to look into that more. But I'm completely not opposed. Oh, I didn't even have it on the screen while I was reading. Oh, I'm sorry. I know we're visual. But I am completely 100% in agreement that we can absolutely celebrate men in history who have done accomplishments like this, and like we can celebrate their accomplishments. We can celebrate men who have pioneered like mental health for men or something. I don't know. We can celebrate Russell Wilson. He hasn't done anything, I don't think. He's a little weird according to most people, but has he actually done anything bad? Nope. He just seems to be treating Sierra very good, and that's it. Like, we can absolutely celebrate male role models. Well, they said working class men and not movie stars and sportsmen. So we'll have to look. We'll have to look for the everyday man. But we can absolutely celebrate that, and we can absolutely talk about men's mental health. In my mind, I think that's completely okay. I think that's needed. The suicide rate is out here climbing for men. Everybody has been talking about lonely single men, the rise of lonely single men. Men don't have the social skills. Men don't have friends. Men's relationships declining. Men dying alone. Everybody has seen that stuff. I think it's completely okay for men to get together and to address men's issues. But instead of doing that, they just got together to drag women. Excuse me, they didn't get together to do anything. There was one or two people who made a post about International Men's Day, and it wasn't about International Men's Day. It was just about how much they hate women. That's it. That's all. What happened? What are we celebrating? Hold up. What did I miss? I just finished my final. Oh yeah, you're gonna make an A or 100. And then the rest of the class is gonna curse you out. They're gonna be like, damn, we was gonna get graded on a curve, but your score was so perfect. So congratulations. Congratulations. Are any of you sending members chats? I didn't realize it before, but I think members chats, member exclusive chats might not show up on StreamYard. So I'm looking through now to see. I actually don't know if you guys have members chat. I think I enabled it because y'all pay money, so y'all comments need to be highlighted. So Golden, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, So Golden. But congratulations. I hope you aced the exam. But yeah, like I was saying, I have no issue with men who want to celebrate men, especially if we're celebrating the man who's making a tampon because his wife was in pain. Absolutely, let's celebrate some men on International Men's Day specifically. No other day at all, ever. But nope, I didn't see that. I didn't even see the men who were complaining about it on International Women's Day doing it. So that's literally the purpose of this video. This video is over. That's all I wanted to say. They ain't, excuse me, that was about to be a rude sentence. They are not, what is it called now? Standing on it. They're not standing on anything. They just hate women. I just wanted to confirm. I just waited, how long has it been since March? Nearly 9 months. I just waited nearly 9 months to confirm that they were actually just hating women. They don't care about men. They don't. And if you look at a really good example is when young boys, schoolboys, are essayed by their teacher versus when young girls are essayed by their teachers. Whenever I see this happen to girls, I will always see men in the comments saying, oh, he's only going to jail because he's a male teacher. If it was a female teacher, y'all wouldn't care. Or if that was a boy, y'all wouldn't care. But what I noticed when we covered Andrea something, I forgot her name, but it was me, Themis, Kay, and Anna was still there at the time. And we were covering the lady who essayed the little boy. And what we noticed was all of the men in the comments don't seem to actually care when men are assaulted, excuse me, boys, children are assaulted by someone. They seem to make it about like, but if this was a woman, like it's like a dick measuring contest between them and women. That's actually what it seems like, unironically. Aside from that, when we look at isolated events, right, when we look at like Boosie's son, the people in the comments who are saying this is atrocious are women. The men in the comments are like, when my son turns 14, I'm going to get him the same treatment. Mind you, Boosie's son allegedly was, is it even alleged? I'm pretty sure he admitted it outright, getting his son, a grown woman, to assault him, basically. I'm mincing my words so that YouTube algorithm doesn't like take the video down. But like Boosie straight up came online and said, I got my son assaulted. And other men were in the comments like, that's what I'm going to do for my son too. So it feels like men don't actually care about men. Men don't actually care about boys. They just see when stuff happens to girls, or when girls are communing to talk about girl issues or women's issues, the men show up and say, what about me? What about me? Nobody cares about men. When it's time to actually care about men, men don't show up to care about men because they don't care. When they do show up, in the minor numbers that they show up in, they show up to drag women. They don't show up to care about men. They don't care. They don't show up to do anything productive. They don't show up to point out any positive role models. They do not show up for men at all. So that's all. How do we have more poll votes than likes on the video? I think we have some folks in here who have a problem with celebrating men. What? Y'all better not have a problem with celebrating men. Y'all know on the Prince.petti channel, I see 81 people watching. So I assume there are more people here than usual. Since y'all are new here, we love celebrating men over here. Welcome, young men and even older men, middle age, all the men. We on this channel celebrate men and men's accomplishments all the time. So please do enjoy yourself here and enjoy your stay. That's what we love to do here. Appreciate men always. So I hope you find a good stay. And if you are a man in the comments and you think I've been like too aggressive or something, please click that link because I do think it's important that your voice is heard. So I'll pin that quickly and I'll play my intermission and we can get out of here. Please do remember to like the video too. It helps out with the algorithm. It helps out with the algorithm, but I'll play this and then we can get into it.
You really want to catch fucking 350 pounds of dude on your ass?
Of course.
Sounds like a good time.
That's a good time to me. He hop on my meeting, he start riding me. I said, Daddy, don't stop it. Look how he drop it. Just like a pilot, I'm all in his cockpit. I lick the cock tip, I let the cock drip.
Okay, so we can end with a couple memes. We kept it under an hour and a half. Awesome. We actually did it. There wasn't a lot to talk about. We were just here to say I told you so. That's it. That was the purpose of this stream. Oh, Jamil is live. Okay, well, I won't stay too long. I was gonna show a meme or two. I didn't know Jamil was live. Hold up. Jamil is live. Jamil's in the building and Jamil is live. He's live. He's live. He's live in the building.
From spouses to singles, from parents to siblings, from persons with developmental disabilities to...
Okay, well, I'm not going to give y'all Jamil's content for free. His channel is The Beneficial Black Man. Y'all can go over there. I will also leave a link to Bourbon Bougie in the comments and to Jamil if you guys want to watch him as well. I'm going to do that while I go and get my hair twisted. So everyone have a good night. Actually, we can watch one meme. We have time for one meme.
Son of a bitch. Probably. I watched this guy put his greasy finger up his shitty ass and rub it in all the food in the back. You're a sick son of a bitch. Probably. I watched this guy put his greasy finger up his shitty ass and rub it in all the food in the back. You're a sick son of a bitch.
As soon as they started chasing him away, he was telling the truth in my mind. I posted a link to Jamil's video in the comments in case you guys need a direct link to it. That's his channel. So I'll pin that quickly as we go through one or two more memes. But can we listen to the emphasis in his voice real quick?
Bitch. I watched this guy put his greasy finger up his shitty ass and rub it in all the food in the back. You're a sick...
They started chasing. Somebody in the comments said, you know, it's true when they start chasing him. You know, it's true. He talks so clear, so logical, so convincing. I believe him. I believe him. He's telling the truth. His voice is cracking with disgust. Yeah, I believe him. I don't know if y'all believe him. I didn't realize double clicking like comments. I hope y'all didn't see me just go back and take my like back. I'm very stingy. I'm stingy. You can't have my likes. You can't have my likes. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let me see one more. I need just one more. Oh, here was one. Nope, that has music in it. I can't show y'all that. Oh, here's one. We can end with this. Here's a man, and she's saying his voice is super deep, and she's gassing his voice up. Let's listen to his deep voice.
Problem. Yeah. Thanks. Bro, I know you playing around. No, I know you playing around. No problem. Yeah. Thanks. Bro, I know you playing around. No, I know you playing around. No problem.
So my friend, I told my friend something after she showed me some voice notes on Hinge. I'm pretty sure I told you guys this too, but it feels like Not okay, Frogger. Thank you. Yeah, be sure to go click over to Jamil and leave a like. I think his stuff is cool. I watch it. And I think Themis is over there too. But why do y'all sounding like y'all smoked a whole chain smoked a pack of cigarettes before y'all got on these voice notes? One of the girls said, "Do men seriously think we can't tell when they're doing this on purpose?" Stop. No, you know what's worse? The fake sleepy voice. The fake sleep. Oh my bad, I just woke up. I'm so sorry. Yeah. As soon as a girl say, and this is what I noticed. As soon as a girl say, "Oh my God, you look so nice in that shirt," this man is gonna be wearing the same exact shirt 5 days a week. He gonna wash it every day. No, he not. He just gonna pick it up from the pile. He not gonna wash it, but he gonna wear it 5 days a week. As soon as you say, "Oh my God, I find men's morning voice so sexy," all of a sudden, they sending you voice notes every day. "Hey, how you doing? My bad, I just woke up. I'm sorry." Anywho, that's all we have for today. I'm gonna go and watch Jamil. His link is pinned if you want to watch it, and I'll put it in the description. Be sure to leave a like on this video and share it with your friends. Good night, everybody.